guys, welcome back to Andre Drives. So behind me, I have the Lexus TX model, and this particular model is the equivalent to the Grand Highlander, but this is considered a high-end model on the vehicle. So today we're going to talk about some of the difference between this vehicle and the Grand Highlander, because I know a lot of you guys are dying to know the difference between the two models. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And this particular model is in the Iridium, which is a silver, and this is a TX 500H F Sport performance model. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and we're going to expose some of the differences and learn why you should go with this model versus the Grand Highlander Platinum model, which is going to be the equivalent. As before I get started, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. You might just like what you see, and that helps me promote my videos. That allows me to bring you guys more great content right here on Andre Drives. Starting out, we want to take a quick walk around of the TX and look at some of the differences that we can notice right away on this model versus a Grand Highlander. So I notice you have those really nice wheels, got some gloss black, you got some sensors on the side, so that to me says that you can hit a button and this vehicle can parallel park itself or can back itself into a parking spot, as long as you set it up correctly. But really nice looking vehicle, guys. I love the accents, the two tones. This is an F Sport, so that's going to be Lexus, their sports models. So as we look in right here, so we're going to notice gloss black around the fog lights here. We're going to notice headlight washers here. So LED headlights, tail lights, a little bit different sort of front fascia right here on the grille, forward facing camera. Around the side right here, we have 22-inch metallic gray wheels right here. Really nice design on those wheels, guys. I absolutely love that. And as I mentioned before, these sensors here, that's going to help you set up your parking, guys. So your intelligent parking, you'll be able to hit a button and you'll be able to back your vehicle in, or you'll be able to parallel park. Really good looking vehicle, guys. So you got some gloss black on the lower diffuser here, more sensors in the back. That's going to help you with your safety braking. And as I mentioned before, this is a TX 500H. It's going to give you 366 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. So the Grand Highlander, the HybridMax, is going to give you 361 and 401 pound-feet of torque. So there's your backup camera. And let's see if it has a kick sensor. So there's your kick sensor. So open up the back. So what are we going to see here? Ah, look at that. Power seats where we can raise and lower those. Reminds me of the Sequoia. The Grand Highlander, you won't see this on the Grand Highlander. So really nice feature that you can do that. So let's check out the interior, see what we're going to see. So by the way, automatic lock and unlock on all four doors, just like in the Grand Highlander. All right. So suede, ultra suede on the doors here, soft touch material. Pretty much soft touch material all over except for right in this area here. So you're going to have your digital lock and unlock right here. If the battery dies on this vehicle, you can pull out. Otherwise, do not use this right here. Don't pull out. You always want to push in to release the vehicle or open the vehicle up. So push in, and that's going to open that door. But like I said, if the battery dies, you want to pull out right here. That's going to allow you to get out of the car by pulling out, okay? So you have your door, your window locks right here. You have your power folding mirrors there. You even have a little suede there on the inside of the change compartments. Even the change is feeling nice. So there's your memory seats right there, guys. So you have your memory seats. You have a power adjustment for the steering wheel, which is nice. So you have your gas door release, your back door, how you can power that up. You have your odometer, and then you have your illumination of your dashboard lights. So a lot of the same features as the Grand Highlander, they're just in different areas, guys. So you're gonna have your paddle shifters, okay? So you have those. You have your driver attention alert. So you're seeing that on the Grand Highlander, the Platinum model, the Platinum Max. So you have rain sensing wipers right here, mist or off, right there, automatic. So we're gonna set that up. You can change the intensity of those by turning that dial right there. For your backup camera washer, you'll press this forward, pull it back to wash the front, and you'll be able to wash the backup camera from the screen as well if you're in reverse. 8-way adjustable. Kind of upset that you wouldn't see a 10-way. Maybe you see a 10-way on the luxury model, but on this model here, you only have an 8-way adjustable. The same features here on the steering wheel. This side as well looks the same as a Grand Highlander, so that's how you're going to be able to set your adaptive cruise control. You'll be able to go between your adaptive cruise control and your constant. So you'll be able to turn that on and off. Right here, that's your distance between you and another vehicle. You can go up 1 mile per hour at a time or down 1 mile per hour at a time once you're using your adaptive. That's your mode button. You can press it and hold it to mute or pause, or just press it once to actually turn it on. There you go. So that's your pause or mute. There you go. Just a little bit different sound, but a lot of the same options. A gloss black around the 12.3-inch display here. You have your heated and ventilated seats there, as you can see. You have your direction. There's your heated steering wheel. There's your climate control right there. Okay. You have your smart flow. So you have your concierge, your climate concierge. So that's automatic. So whenever you turn that on, based on the temperature outside, the vehicle can automatically adjust itself, which is pretty nice. You have a de-icer. So I've seen that before. Front defrost. So let's close out of that. So that's your sink right there. Passenger side, okay. A little bit nicer displays here. Really nice blue color. You have your off right there. Or you can basically just soft touch displays right here. You can turn that on and off up to about 7, which is your highest speed. You have your recycle air. You have your AC and rear defrost. So there's your volume control there. Front defroster. So looking down below, there's your hazard lights. So you have some USB-Cs here. That's a direct connect for your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So you have your wireless charging here. On the Grand Highlander, it's a little bit different. This one here is going to stop that phone from sliding, which is nice. I wish the Grand Highlander would have something like this, where it would have this and stop it from sliding. So you have several different sort of little barriers there that stops your phone from sliding. In the Grand Highlander, they don't have this, so that would be nice. The Grand Highlander is going to be over on this side here, and it will kind of slide, so that's a nice touch. So here's something I really like, guys. So this is something different that you're not seeing on the Grand Highlander. You can change this configuration here. So you can unlock that. You can take these out. So if you want a bigger space here, you can actually add a few things in here, or you can lock it back in. There you go. So now it's locked back in, guys. You see that? That's pretty cool. So now I wonder if you can turn it around this way. Yeah, you can even turn it around that way, guys. Look at that. So you can do several different options here. Look at that. So you can turn it around, okay? So you can put it in however you want. See how that locks in? That's pretty cool. So electronic shifter right here. So you're going to see that in the HybridMax and the Grand Highlander. So you have the same statuses here. So your park, your reverse, your neutral, your drive. You have your hold right here, your brake hold. So electronic parking brakes, you're going to see that. Aluminum cast sport pedaling. So you're going to see that typically in your sports models like your F Sports. So up top here, so you have a automatic dimming mirror here. Doesn't look like you can get a digital review mirror. You can get that as a package in the luxury model on the TX, but you cannot get it in the 500H F Sport, guys. So that's kind of disappointing, but you think for around $70,000 you should be able to get that, and that should be standard, but it's not. So that's what kind of happens in high-end vehicles. Everything becomes a package, guys. But in the Grand Highlander, the HybridMax, that's standard. There's your sensor for your rain sensing wipers there, okay? So space for your glasses there. So a lot of this looks the same. So safety connect. So no panel roof on the HybridMax, the Grand Highlander. That's standard once you get to that point, okay? So you have your heads-up display. Let's look in here. Let's see if we can go out to, let's see if we can go to your settings here and set some things up. So this one has your traffic jam assist. So a few options here. You even have your recorder there where it records you. You have sensitivity. You have your steering assist, where you can sort of change your proactive driver assist, which is nice. So your PDA, you're seeing that in this display here, your MID display, but in your Lexus models, your TX, you're seeing it on your bigger infotainment display, guys. So same thing, so your PDA, where you have your steering assist, you can turn that on and off, deceleration assist, but it's the same thing, guys. So same thing as on your Toyotas there. So you have your collision mitigation, gives you a warning there. That's gonna be for like your pre-collision and stuff like that. See your notifications, where you go above the speed. So this is more so like your road sign assistance, stuff like that. If you go above a certain speed and stuff like that. So that's what all this stuff is, guys. Everything is on this screen here. Let's go to vehicle customization. So you can change the illumination of the screen there. That is nice, okay? So lights, meter settings. So you can change your tachometer. So let's change the boarding. Basically what this is this is the sliding back of the seat. So once you power the car off or open the door up or something like that, it automatically adjusts that seat or slides the seat back. That is called your boarding and exit, okay? So that's what that is. So meter type, we can change that. So you see right here, so everything, like I said, on the Grand Highlander is going to be in here, okay? But on this right here, you can actually change it from like a casual to a sport to more of a sort of a different look here. And then your 3 is probably going to be your sport. Nope, it's a different look. Look at that, guys. That's pretty cool. So if you go to type 3, it's a totally different look, and it gives you your little meter across the top there. So normally you see this meter on the left-hand side over here, and that's basically judging whether or not you're accelerating or you're more at a cruising. And anytime you brake, it's going to basically shoot down towards that CHG that you're seeing, and that's going to be for your charge that you can see right there, okay? So that's pretty cool, and you can change that different settings. Let's see what else we got. So tachometer. So you got all kind of different things that you see. So that's more of your sports mode right there that we're seeing on the Grand Highlander, guys. So it's just, everything is just in different spots that you're seeing. Change temperature to 72 degrees.
Setting the driver's temperature to 72 degrees.
All right, so that works. Change passenger temperature control to 71 degrees.
Setting the passenger's temperature to 71 degrees.
Power on rear climate control.
Turning on the rear seat automatic air conditioner.
All right, so that works. So that's on. Change rear climate control to 70 degrees.
Setting the rear temperature to 70 degrees.
So guys, as you can see, a lot of things are the same between the Grand Highlander and the TX. It's just a few things that are in different places, and you just basically just learn to transition between the two, guys. But let's check out the second row to see what's different in the second row than we're going to see on the Grand Highlander HybridMax. So looking in the second row here, so same digital latch right here release. So you're going to have that's your shades right there. So you're seeing that in the Grand Highlander. Now look at this, guys. That folds down the back here. So on the Grand Highlander, you have a latch right here. So just press it, and it automatically releases that, guys. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. All right. So you still have your tethers and everything. That's government mandated. So it looks like this right here just relaxes the backrest right here, guys. So it doesn't fold it down. But I'm sure on the other side, you do have something like that, because I did recall seeing something. So let's check out the other side, see what can we do. But this is really cool right here. This allows you to change the backrest as whether or not you want a little bit more relaxed position or a upright position. So let's check out the other side. So on the passenger side, let's see what we're going to see that's a little bit different. There we go. So on the passenger side, you do have some buttons here where you can power down the back here. So there we go. So, and you don't have to hold it. So there we go. So those are powering down. And just like on the driver's rear, you're going to be able to basically relax that backrest there, guys. So I'm going to power that back up. This is going to be the same as the Grand Highlander. So if you need to fold these seats down here, this is going to be your first step, and that's going to be your second step, okay? And that seat is going to fold perfectly flat, guys. So if you need the extra space, then you can basically just lay something right across the top there. So guys, that's going to be the main difference between the Grand Highlander and the TX models. Like I said, this particular one is the TX 500H F Sport Performance model. But besides some really cool features on this model here, there's not really a lot of difference between the TX and the Grand Highlander, guys. So you stand at 20-inch wheels here that's going to be standard on the Lexus models versus a 17-inch wheel that you're going to see on the Grand Highlander, depending on which trim level you're looking at. And it will go all the way up to a 20-inch wheel on the Grand Highlander Platinum models and the Platinum HybridMax. But thank you for joining me. If you know someone that's looking to compare the two, send them this video. Hopefully it helps them make a choice and makes the process a lot easier. But thanks for joining me. You can always find me right here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Andre Drives. And we'll see you next time.